Okay, I'm back. Back for some slow games. Staying away from Blitz today. Yesterday I did a stream and I was getting in time trouble most every game. So I just joined the hourly rapid arena, play some 10-minute chess. I might play some games after this tournament finishes. There's only just over a half hour left. So I might seek some classical games, but we'll see. There is the hourly, or no, not the hourly. The was it the monthly bold bullet arena going on, which I was very tempted to play in, but I'm gonna try and avoid. So e4. I'm gonna try and play some main lines today. So if he plays knight c6, I'll go into some Roy Lopez. Which is definitely an opening I need to learn more. B5, not so common to play right away. I think if black's going for b5 so soon, then knight a5 is the most popular move there. But bishop c5. Okay, this is a new position for me. I don't really know too much theory here. I could take on e5. This looks very attractive. Or I could just play just like castle. Hello, Yasi Dao. How's it going? The first commenter in the chat. Knight take e5 looks very tempting, but it might be going into some theory that I'm not familiar with. Knight take e5, knight take e5, d4. There's bishop e4 check. There's also knight take e5, bishop take f2. I'm just gonna castle here. But this is definitely a line that I'll have to look up after the game. For now, I'm just gonna try and play normal positional chess. Well, now knight take e5 is very tempting because a move like bishop take f2 is met with rook take f2. And knight take e5, knight take e5, d4. There's bishop take d4. I think queen take d4. I get the bishop here. And he has d6. Actually, don't know about that line. Knight take e5, knight take e5, d4, bishop take d4, queen take d4, d6. He's threatening c5, c4. But the bishop pair is the bishop pair. Let's do it. I'm gonna just go with intuition here. I'm pretty sure he has to take. Ooh, he takes on f2. Okay, well, I'll take with rook. Yeah, if I'm already castled, then taking on f2 shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now e4 is attacked, but can I play d4? D4 looks fun. Because there's no time to take on e4. If this knight moves, there's e5 in the air. And if he plays knight g4, then I have rook f1. And this knight is pinned to the f7 pawn. The knight would also be tied down to the knight on g4. So, oh, this looks nice. Knight c4. That's a move. I could take bishop takes c4, pawn takes c4, and then e5. And he has knight e4. Okay, candidate moves. I could take on c4. I could play e5 right away. I have bishop g5. Bishop g5 might be strongest. Just keep the pressure. The first follow. Thank you, Zorko SC2. Appreciate it. Sanjeev Jasathia. Please make a video which contain all the chess openings, at least their first 10 moves. There's a lot of openings in chess. But if you have a specific opening recommendation, let me know. And I'd be happy to try and cover it. But usually with these streams, I try and get into a lot of different openings. Whoa, knight take b2. I didn't even realize that pawn was attacked. That can't be a good move. Or this can't be good for black. Okay, this is a pawn sacrifice. Queen f3 looks very, very strong here. Is there anything better? Queen... There's this funny line, or there's this funny move, Queen h5, but it seems completely unnecessary. Let's play Queen f3. There's also Queen... Oh, Queen c1 might be more accurate. It's Queen c1, I attack the knight. He moves back, and then I play e5. And then h6, I take, he takes the bishop, I take on g7. White's winning a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm playing Queen c1, because it clearly wins material. And then e5. Queen f3 looked very strong as well, says Turkey Farm. I think Turkey Farm is referring to the position before I played bishop g5. I didn't play Queen f3 there because I thought bishop b7. Maybe it's still good for white. I think this is just an opening gone wrong for black. Like he didn't develop quickly enough. He fell into the center fork trick, didn't handle it correctly, and now he's suffering the consequences. Hey Eric, what are you up to today? I'm doing a quick stream. I'm planning to play just a few like rapid, maybe one classical game, and then get off Lichess for several hours. So enjoy it while it lasts. I think I'll just take the knight, and then yeah, this is going to be some mating attack. Bishop take f6. Queen moves. Is there a forced mate? Queen e1. Oh, there's rook e2, and then queen h6 check. This is why you have to castle in the opening. If you leave your king in the center, bad things happen. So a game like that, sometimes I would just like move on and forget about it, but I do want to look at the opening because there are a few interesting points in that variation. And I think what I'll do, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I'm going to just make a new study. I have so many studies on Lichess. I have to start getting organized. But I'm going to make a new study. I'll keep it public. Everyone, sure, I'll just make it completely accessible. And we'll just call it, like, white openings. I want to be more specific. Let's just say white opening prep. And then we'll start, and then we'll just call this first one Spanish with early b5. And this is a good habit for like other people to get into, especially whoever wrote the comment that you're looking for like improvement in the opening. If every game you play, you make an effort to go over at least the opening afterwards, it will over time help you just develop a much broader understanding of a lot of different lines and just kind of general chess knowledge. So that's what I'll try and do here. We'll just input the moves. The line I'm curious about is exactly what he played. a6, early b5. I think at a high level, b5 on move 4 is considered to be slightly dubious. And the only time I've studied this line like in depth was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, where I was recommended it by a coach to play it for the black side, to play knight a5 in this position, which I know it gets very sharp. I know bishop take f7 is a move here. I don't know if it's a great move. But we'll get back to that. I do want to look at bishop c5 for a moment. Because I'm not sure if white can take on e5 immediately. There's not too many like GM games. C3, the main line, castle, knight take e5 has been played once. Let's just see how I played and then how it compares to theory. So castle, he played knight f6. And I played knight take e5. Looks like we've transposed. Oh, donks with the cheer. 50 bits. I appreciate it. I see you play slow chess on stream and fast chess off stream. Yeah, I've gotten feedback from a lot of viewers, and most people prefer the streams with slow chess. So I think it's easier to follow, and it's more instructive. Oh, and it's Hero in the chat. Hero, yeah. Okay. Hello, Hero. So this position, knight take e5, is very low scoring for whites. And it transposed into something. Oh, good amount of like big names. Ivanchuk, Anand, Sokolov, Grishuk. So no one plays bishop take f2. Bishop take f2 can't be good, because white just takes over the center. Just have Stockfish confirm. Yeah, white's already like crushing. Completely winning, actually. Like, just nowhere good for the knight to go. Okay, so knight take e5 was a blunder. Or bishop take f2 is a blunder. But knight take e5 is a main line. And yeah, this is what I was calculating. Is bishop take d4, take, and then d6. And I like the fact that white had the bishop pair, but maybe black's very fine here. Like, black's pieces are all very good. Bishop's ready to come to b7. And then, what is with the scroll thing? Bishop b7 is coming. C5 and c4 is a threat. And maybe black's just like doing very well, just very comfortable. I'll have Stockfish confirm. Oh, maybe not. f4? Let's do some digging. f4, knight c6. I don't like c3 for the queen. But I guess the queen has to either defend the e4 pawn or move away to keep some pressure. Oh, queen c3, okay. Bishop b7. e5. A very high draw percentage. Knight e4. Queen e3. I'm just playing through the line because I'm curious if Stockfish can find any like novelty. But it seems like this has been tested at the high level. And with such a high draw percentage, there's probably not anything here for white. Knight d2. Okay, we'll keep going a little bit. Knight d2, take. C take b3, really? It seems like such a strange decision, but most humans have played it, and Stockfish recommends it. Why is that? C take b3? Maybe just to open the c file, because the knights get traded. Maybe the rook comes to c1. Yeah, position like this, opposite colored bishops. Understandable why there's so many draws. So, I'll keep that in mind for the future. And after bishop c5, maybe I'll just follow the main line for next time, c3. I'll say make main line. And then I'm just curious, like if knight f6, I guess I have d4. And that's very strong because it hits the bishop with tempo. Also hits the e5 pawn. And if take... Oh, there's e5. Yeah, that's very strong. So the main line would be after c3, d6, d4. So I'm just going through reference here, or the opening tree. C take d4, bishop b6. So h3 is the most played move, but I like the Stockfish recommendation, just going for the kill with knight g5. Let's just see what happens. Knight g5, as it seems like a very direct line. Knight h6, bishop d5, bishop d7. Bishop b7 seems more natural. Knight a3, or just castle. White seems pretty happy here. Just good center. This knight's misplaced. This is probably where I'll just end the line, where like I'll just draw arrows, like white will castle, knight c3 on the horizon. There's this annoying pin. Bishop d7 seems pretty similar. h3? No, just castle. Yeah, very similar. In many cases, the knight can come back to f3, defend the pawn. Knight c3. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time going over this, but I think it's a good practice, because I haven't been doing this too extensively lately. It's like every game, just add a new opening to like a save study, just so I can come back to it if I ever run into it again. So Spanish, early b5. Oh, that other line with knight a5. Maybe I could dig into a little bit. Just curious. Bishop take f7. I just want to see this line, if there's anything here for white. King e7. What if king e8? Queen h5. Oh, queen h5. Ah, knight f6. There's queen e5 check. And this is just good for white. Oh, king e7. This looks really, really fun, like for blitz. Like d4. What if d6? Just knight d3. It's a good sign if like you're down a piece, but Stockfish prefers your position. Okay, I'll keep this in mind for the future. I might try this if I ever get it in a game. Anyway, back to the tournament. All of that will be saved. Oh, I haven't been really looking at the chat. Wait, what happens if black plays c5 instead of knight c6 first? Real quick. c5 instead of knight c6. Oh, in that line after castle. In this position? Or no? Oh, in this position, c5 first. Maybe queen e3? The book is saying queen c3. Actually, c5 first looks somewhat reasonable. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. This also looks very fine for black. Queen d1. I forgot about c5, intermediate move. Hello, Chess Experimental. I'm just curious. I'm gonna just insert this game just to see what happened. If it's Ivanchuk Anand, 1995. So this is some old opening theory. I mean, from one standpoint, like, two bishops are nice. But from another standpoint, they're not too effective here for white. Like, All of black's minor pieces have purpose in the position. Bishop d5. Yeah, c4 is pretty menacing. Another opposite color bishop position. Okay, fair enough. You can keep the chat visible. New game. I have no ambition to win this tournament. There's 15 minutes left. I'll get just one more game, and then maybe I'll play like one classical game, or maybe a few more rapid games after this. I play c5 a lot in the Spanish, and that bishop on b3 doesn't look happy. Yeah, that's a Spanish bishop. If the bishop can like just stay on b3, sometimes it's happy, but sometimes it either has to like trade off or go back to c2. Of course, it depends on the line. And I'm still like getting to know like these different types of Spanish positions. It's such a vast opening. Like, if you're playing Spanish as white, there's so many different like weird sidelines you have to be prepared for. So it's one of the reasons why I haven't played it too much. It's because it's overwhelming to learn, but it is a good opening if you know it. Okay, we'll stick with some sort of main line. Or not, if he plays bishop c4. E6 is a principled move. I'm trying to dull the power of the bishop. And also a6. Threatening b5. Normally white will play a3 or a4 in this position. And he plays a4. And now, okay, the knight develops naturally to c6. Another knight will develop to f6. At some point, I think the plan is to play d5. He plays f4, so he's treating this like a Grand Prix. Which I'm very skeptical about. I play Grand Prix as white, but usually if black has pawns on e6 and a6, this bishop's going to be targeted at some point. There is one issue here. Like if I play knight f6, he could play e5 like right away. So knight e7 looks normal. Like knight e7 preparing d5. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. This would be a very bad move if this were Bughouse, because a knight on d6 is mate. But in chess, d5 is coming. He could play e5. I would play d5 anyway. Yeah, let's play d5. There's actually an interesting line. Let me just show. If he plays e5, I play d5. He takes on passant, I would play knight f5. And then recapture on d6 with the bishop. But okay, he plays e5 here, which gives me the f5 square. And we've transposed into some sort of French structure where this just looks very pleasant for black. I've had these positions before coming from the Sicilian. I'm going to play h5 here, just reinforcing the knight, preventing any g4 moves. And normally black will not castle kingside. Black's just going to keep the center solid. Maybe go for rook b8. Knight e2. Not sure what his plan is. Maybe he wants to play c3 and d4. Maybe even knight g3. Does he really want to play knight g3? I guess that's possible. Okay, I'm going to throw in h4. It looks like I might be overextending, but this pawn is very well supported. And it just restricts this knight, which now has not too many squares to go to. And long-term plan, I just want to play like b5. Like b5, queen b6. Very enjoyable position, because it's hard for white to come up with much plan. Like maybe white has one idea, yeah, the c3, d4 idea. But then the question is going to be, what next? Bishop d2. Okay. I'm just going to keep improving. Like, there's a lot of moves black can play pretty quickly here. No need to spend too much time. Rook c1. Looks like he might want to play c4 at some point. I just realized that like d4 is now harder to play because I have 4 attackers on d4, which is a nice thing. So now I'm curious. Like c4 looks tempting with the discover check, but then he plays d4. And like what then? c4, d4, b4. He has bishop b1 stuff. I could play b4 immediately. I'm going to start with bishop a6. It's like the one piece that can be improved. And now maybe I'm planning b4 hitting d3. Okay, he plays bishop b1. So he wants to play... What does he want to play? I was about to say he wants to play d4, but that's still not possible. If I play b4, his d-pawn's now defended. I'm trying to think, what does he want to do in this position? d4, I take... I get away with winning the pawn, pretty sure. I'm just going to play a reinforcing move g6, because I don't know what he wants to do. And if he has nothing to do, then g6 is just a useful move in the position. Oh, he plays d4. Oh, hitting the knight. So maybe I can't win a pawn. But if I take... Oh, maybe I still can win a pawn. Take, take. Yeah, let's take and then calculate. Because I saw this, but I don't have to recapture right away. I can take with discover check. And then maybe even take on d2 and then win a piece. So I think he probably missed the in-between move. Which is a bit unfortunate for him. So yeah, kind of what happened there, I was just playing like improving moves and then just kind of waiting and then basically waiting for the blunder. And it did happen. I'll take on d2. Black will just be up a piece. I'll take with the g-pawn. Yeah, g6 was actually a useful move. If I happened to... or if I was forced to take with e-pawn, then d5 would hang. Okay, so he's going for some kind of accidental compensation. But there should not be too much comp for white here. I could take on d4 and then play bishop c5. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Because there's some simple tactic that he might miss. Like if he plays knight b3. Oh, he takes on f5. Oh, he's going crazy. This can't work. Can it? I take, he takes on d5. I'll just say that I was expecting knight b3 and then I would skewer him. But okay, I'm up 2 bishops. Should be an easy win. I really want to play h3. Can I get away with it? h3, queen takes c5, takes c5, takes c5, bishop g2. It's probably not necessary. I mean, there's so many ways for black to win here. 2 bishops is a lot of bishops. But what's the easiest? Bishop b7 still looks very tempting. Bishop b7. I also have to manage time. Rook c8's a move. Bishop e3. I want to play bishop e3, but then rook c6 is kind of annoying. Rook d8. Wait, what if I play h3 first? h3, he takes on c5, I take on g2. King take g2, queen, g6, check. That's gotta be good, right? Take. Yeah, let's do h3. I'm giving back a bishop, but I'm just going for the kill, like, right away. I'm sorry I'm not really keeping up with the chat. Allow... Oh god. Yeah, we're gonna take on g2. Wait. Take on g2. Take on g2. Queen g6. King f2. Rook take h2. I don't want his king to escape. I could also... Oh, thanks for the follow. Reichel. If I take on c5, play bishop b7. Okay, that's much simpler. Let's just do that. Because I win g2. Then I'll have a very strong either pawn or bishop on g2. And it'll lead to some kind of mating ideas later on. He plays king g1. It's very normal. We'll take with bishop. Yeah, just an endgame up a bishop. I could castle. Wait, can I castle? Pretty sure I can castle. It's kind of late to castle. I'm not going to castle. I'm going to play rook h6. More useful square for the rook. I'll take here. I mean, rook h6 was intended to prevent e6. Improve the king. Now just need some technique here. Bring the bishop back. Idea being I want to play rook g8 and rook g2. And if he does that, yeah, let's sack the pawn. I have a feeling there's some mating ideas. Rook g4, and then like bishop f3. This looks very close to mate. I'm threatening mate in 2 with rook take f4, then rook h4 back. Okay, what am I missing in the chat? Pause the video on Twitch. Actually, I don't know the names of all the openings, that's why I'm requesting. Okay. The Fuchsia, look at list of openings on Chess Tempo. That's good advice. Close Sicilian Grand Prix, very popular. Yeah, yesterday was a huge milestone, at least for one of my videos. My video on the Sicilian Grand Prix broke 100,000 views. Very exciting. This guy resigns. Yeah, I said earlier I was going to make an effort to take a look at more openings closely, but I think this opening was just dubious for white. He tried to play a Grand Prix with the bishop on c4, but it was committing too early. This is what happens among maybe lesser experienced players. And if you play Sicilians black and they play bishop c4 too early, pawns on e6 and a6 are pretty powerful against this bishop. But the structure was nice. Had this position, or this sort of structure, many, many times before. Yeah, maybe white could have played differently. Like in this position, it's tough. He should probably throw in king h1. and then maybe look to do some maneuver. He would like to bring the bishop to f2. The problem is I have 93 ideas. So I don't really know what to say. Oh, one thing I can say is there's a very typical move here, c4, which kind of closes down the position, but it might be one of the better options, slowing down any like queenside expansion with b5. Anyway, okay, some discussion about openings in the chat. Learning variations will help, knowing how to assess the position. Yeah, if you're learning openings, you don't want to just memorize moves. You want to understand the moves, and also like kind of have an idea of what to do when your opponent deviates from any sort of theory. Okay, we're gonna move on. Oh, I could go back to the tournament, but there's less than 20 seconds left. So that was a short tournament. I finished in 121st place. I have one challenge pending from Hero for a standard game. Casual. Okay, we'll play Hero. One of my loyal viewers. Congratulations, Asiak, 25. The first place finish. How many points did he get? Not bad. Oh, Berserking 93% of his games. Okay. We'll accept Hero. Good luck, Hero. You play against the Bauer attack, just like I do. Okay, I know Hero plays a London, so I don't know what I want to do here. Okay, we'll play Knight of 6, most flexible move. Yeah, Bishop f4. It's so weird, like, playing against my own openings. Or my own opening, in this case. Because I have so many different options. I'm trying to think. If I play c5, he'll play e3. What if I play g6? If I play g6, he'll maybe play knight c3? Or maybe he'll just treat it like a normal London. What's a line? Okay, I have a line in mind. I'll play d5. Please go Nimzo. The problem with the Nimzo is you can't play it against people who don't want to go into it. Because if they play the London, if they play like earlier knight f3, you need another opening in your repertoire. Nothing against the Nimzo, but it's one of those openings that like white can easily avoid if he wants. Oh, he's playing d takes e5. This is a very, very trendy line, which a lot of people are playing lately. I think Andrew Tang is playing this move. Like when Andrew Tang plays a London, he'll play the early d takes e5. Queen d4. Is queen d4 a move? Most people play b4. Queen d4 is inviting knight c6. Whoa, there's actually a really complicated variation here. Knight c6, bishop b5, queen a5 check, knight c3, queen take b5, knight take b5, knight take d4. I don't know if I want to calculate that. Also, it might just be better for white after pawn take d4. Knight c7 is a threat. Yeah, this is very new for me. If I play queen a5 immediately, I assume the idea is to play b4. So maybe I'm walking into some opening prep. Queen d4. Why haven't I seen this before? Wow. I don't want to take too much time here, but it's an interesting position to Ponder. And thank you for the follow, Anchorless. Knight c6, bishop e5, bishop d7. We can trade. He has b4 in the end. But 2 bishops. Oh, Eagle Rare just subscribed. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Okay, no more looking at follows and subscriptions. I have to focus on this position. Knight c6, bishop e5, bishop d7, bishop takes e6, bishop takes e6, b4. Maybe a move like b6 there. Then he can take on b6. And then queen take b6, queen take b6, pawn take b6. Black's down a pawn. What to do? What about knight c6, bishop e5, bishop d7, take, take, b4, a5. Okay, let's start with knight c6. Can't be a bad move. And queen a5 also... I play queen a5 and then bishop d7. But then he can take and then play b4. And queen a3. Queen a5. Oh, queen a5 he can play b4 immediately. Oh no, he can't. It's bishop hangs. Queen a5, knight c3, bishop d7. Bishop takes e6, bishop takes e6, b4, queen a3. I really don't know. I might just be going into some sort of prep. This will be a great opening to look at afterwards. He's going to play b4 here. I mean, there's inherently some compensation. Like, black has a bishop pair. This queen will hopefully at some point be a target on d4. a5. These moves like a5 and b6 are so thematic for the position. Well, a5. I assume he would play c3. We trade. And then b6. Is that another sub? Oh, thank you, Jeff. 081692. I appreciate that. Oh, so many people subbing. This is not a time to get distracted. a5, c3. Take, take. Problem with a5 is it makes it more difficult to play b6. Oh, he could also a5, a3. His rook's defended on a1. That's annoying. Oh, what do I do here? b6, take, queen take, take, take. c3 is the only move. Maybe I just go for like positional compensation. Like, we're trading queens in this line. Take, 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 take. And then c3. Because both his c-pawn and his a-pawn are somewhat backward. And I just play like bishop e7 and castle and rook c8. Okay. I have a feeling objectively it might be slightly better for white, but from a practical standpoint it looks very playable. You are calculating so much what you do in Bullet. Yeah, in Bullet I use intuition. I mean, there's a line between like intuition and more concrete calculation. And I might be overthinking this, but like in a more classical game or like tournament style game, and this is what goes through my mind when I play chess. I just have to like look at all the variations and make the best conclusions I can. Thanks for the follow, Malachor17. Well, it's good he's thinking, because like the first 7 moves he played very quickly. And now at least there's some position which at least we're both out of book knowledge, hopefully. So, okay, we'll trade queens. I'm expecting queen take b6 and c3. I guess he could play c3 immediately. But then maybe I keep queens on the board, like queen a6. And there might be some issues for his king. He plays a3. Interesting. Slightly unexpected. Another follow. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Not too many people subscribe and then follow. Slightly out of order. Okay, I have to play quicker here. The first line that's coming to mind, and thank you, Fuzzmaster. First line that's coming to mind is queen take d4, e take d4, a5. Just trying to break down the queenside pawn formation. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know what he's going to do after a5. I mean, he could take, but then a3 is a weakness. And one of the main points, if black manages to win back the pawn, it should just be a better position for black. Just because 2 bishops. And also better pawn structure. I didn't realize I wasn't following you. This is Jefferson. Oh, yeah. Hello, Jefferson. I don't think I've ever called him Jefferson. I always call him Jeff. But yeah, thanks for watching. And following and subbing. And yeah, one of the issues for white, like he would like to play c3 and just like hold everything, but there's this pin. So I would just take and win back the pawn right away. And the light squared bishop can actually be very strong. Like, bishop might go to b5 in many cases, and just cut through the position. So this is a type of position I can maybe sit back and relax, but I'm trying to put myself like in his shoes. Like, what is he thinking about? And what are the candidate moves? c3 doesn't look good at all. Bishop d2 runs into similar problems. Knight e2 I wasn't even looking at because I just take. There's still the pin, and this pawn is now attacked 3 times. So yeah, maybe he was just regretting his decisions and just crying. I feel like maybe he had some advantage a bit earlier, but probably allowing queen take d4 and a5. Not the best decision. I regret nothing but that knight e2 move. Maybe he didn't realize, maybe he realized he was giving back 1 pawn, but he didn't realize he's losing this a3 pawn. Because a3 is hard to defend. If I get a pawn to a3, that's a dangerous pass pawn. I mean, he could play bishop. Yeah, I was about to say he could play bishop c1, which is such a sad move. So if I take, it's just a trade. I mean, bishop e5 looks very tempting. Just keep all the pressure. But then maybe he plays bishop b2. And we kind of have to trade. Okay, so where's the advantage here for black? Take. Let's start with bishop e5. If he plays bishop b2, then I'll take on a3. Oh, then he takes with knight. Then bishop b4 check. c3. I could just play like bishop d6. Just like keep all the tension. Like, what is he doing here? If he takes on b4, I trade on a1 and I take on b4 with the bishop. And there's a couple of factors which just make this position better for black. Of course, the two bishops, but also the pawn structure. Assuming these pawns get traded, b for a pawn, then he's left with this kind of backward c pawn, which is a huge drawback for white, given that we're heading for some positional endgame. Plays f3. So I'm tempted to just play king e7 and rook hc8. And start pressuring c2. I have a lot of students who, like, in this situation, they would castle. Because they're taught that, like, early in the game you're supposed to castle. But when queens get traded, the king is fine staying in the center. Yeah, we'll play rook c8 to manage time a bit better. Pre-move taking on a1. Actually, let's not pre-move that, because bishop take b4 is an option. Rook c1, that's a good sign. Is that a free pawn on h2? I guess he could take on b4. Wait a minute, okay. This has got to be good for some reason. There's all this like bishop take e2 and bishop f4 maybe. Then he has knight d2. If I play b3, no. Okay, I'm going to keep all the tension and play knight d7. Because I'm in time trouble. And my knight was doing nothing on f6 because he played f3. So I want to maneuver it to c4. I looked at the last comment. King d7. My king doesn't want to be on d7 because it would block the knight. So now, yeah, I think we can trade on a1. And then take on b4. Still a matter of converting the position. He's debating which piece or pawn to move to c3. We're not going to trade because his pieces are kind of in the way of each other. Like his bishop does not want to be on c3 because it makes a knight basically immovable. I might even be threatening bishop take h2 here. So he plays g3. I'll just continue with knight b6. Knight c4 is coming. It's hard to move anything for white. But it still takes some proving for black. Like my pieces are good, but how to like destroy him. Bishop take e2 probably doesn't work. Knight a4, bishop d2. I don't see an immediate kill. So I'm just gonna play like just another like resource in the position. Idea being that I might want to play h4, and if he plays h4, it would weaken g3. But sometimes in this sort of situation, you can't just rely on one weakness. Like he has like one clear weakness on the queen side, but I have to create another weakness on the king side, called the principle of two weaknesses. King d7 was before bishop d6. Oh, so way back when. Hey, thanks for the stream. I'm new to chess. Been learning a lot. That's good to hear. King Isho. Nice to see you. Why are you not a GM? I have no norms, and my rating is below 2,400 FIDE. So it takes a ton of work. There's been 2 tournaments where I've been close to GM norms, but they're very difficult to get. It takes a huge level of consistency. Okay, f4. f4 is a decent move. Might as well drop the knight in c4. Ideas of 93 perhaps. Sometimes these positions are about just continually improving and waiting for some blunder. I think knight e3 looks attractive. I don't know if it's doing anything though. I still have to move quickly. Oh, I have a funny move, knight a3. Knight a3. Oh, but then he takes and plays rook b1. Maybe it doesn't work. Okay, we'll play f6. He wants to play knight f3, so f6 is restricting the future knight moves. This is knight a3, knight take a3, bishop take a3, rook b1. Oh, maybe I start with bishop a4. Just really building up pressure on the c2 pawn. And knight a3 might be a threat now. Or maybe even knight e3. Because if I can attack c2 with my bishop, my knight, and my rook, that's a lot of attackers. I feel like I'm playing well this game. It's just an issue of time management. Sometimes if you can play a good game, get low on time, and then mess everything up. I have to start playing at a quicker pace. King d1. Thanks for the follow, whoever you are. Knight e3, king d2. Wait, what if just knight a3 right away? Knight a3, take, rook b1 there. He has king d2 in the end. Oh, but then I take his knight. Let's do it. It looks very unusual, but might be winning something. He has king d2 here. But then knight b5. King d2, knight b5. Threatening knight takes e3. Bishop b2. Bishop b4 check. c3, bishop a5. Thanks for the follow. Oh, King Isho. Appreciate that. Yeah, I might as well provoke c3. And chess kudo. Appreciate that. I have 45 seconds left. Let's just focus on this this board. I'm expecting c3. King d3, really? Knight d6 looks good. Because now his king is actually getting attacked. Like, my knight's going to be very, very happy jumping into c4 or e4. There's a ton of, like, queen's pawn openings where the knight, like, loves to be on d6 in the middle game. Combines very well with the d-pawn. So king e3 is pretty much forced. Take. I still don't see a win. Time management. Okay, we'll play bishop c3. Some trades, but it should benefit black. It's good there's a 2-second increment. Maybe that's one reason why I've been spending so much time. It's because I know there's 2-second increments, so if I play quickly enough, I won't flag. And c2 should be falling very soon. Knight b3. Ooh, that's a blunder. Because knight c4 coming. I can retreat, right? There's no danger. Yeah, this bishop is defended by tactics, so black's just up a piece. I know Hero's a fighter. He doesn't like to resign. More tactics. He'll resign eventually, though, if the tactics keep coming. He likes to get accidental compensation when I least expect it. Yeah, I'm very curious about the opening, because queen d4 is a new move for me. There is another line that I want to look into, though. Is that? Oh, that's not mate, but it's very close to mate. Very close to mate. The c4 is forced, and I take, and stuff happens. Good game, Hero. Yeah, definitely a game to learn from, because I felt very uncomfortable in the opening. Okay, people in the chat, yada yada. GM is not that easy. GM is not that easy. There's so many people who like spend their whole life and never get to GM, or even like master for that matter. Like, you have to devote countless hours of like serious study for GM. Okay, let's go back. Analysis board. I might as well make a new study, because I made one earlier for white openings. Oop. Let me just grab the link for this game. Study. New study. I'll just call it black. Opening prep. Public. Yeah, we'll just import this game. Thanks for the follow, Prash0703. Okay, so d4. Flip the board. I will admit, I've studied this very briefly. I've had this many times in, actually mostly in over-the-board blitz tournaments for some reason. I've ran into this at least like 4 or 5 times. And most people will go into this line after e6, b4, and then a5, c3, take. And then there's a very nice move here for black, which I think is a novelty. Maybe it's been played on Lichess. Let's see. Ooh, it's been played once on Lichess. Oh, it's been played by me on Lichess. Yeah, okay, I would like to call it my novelty, but it's really just Stockfish's first choice, bishop d7. Which I think it's a really pleasant line for black, because it solves most of the problems that black faces in this line. The idea is black wants to play b6, but I think b6 runs into bishop. Yeah, bishop take b8, bishop b5 check, which is crushing for white, right? Take, bishop b5 check. And then c6 is coming. King e7 can't be good for black. So so this is a position I've had many times before, or a handful of times before. Feels like many times in this line, where black wants to play b6 next, and then it's actually very pleasant. Like black will play b6 almost no matter what white does, and then black at least equalizes. In this game, Hero played queen d4. Oh, this follows a famous Crew 64 game. Maybe I should go back and look at that game. Wait, yeah, because what did Crew 64 do? He played knight f3. I played b6. He gave back the pawn, yeah. Okay. I have a vague memory of playing this game. Oh, thanks for the cheer from Hero, 100 bits. Appreciate that. Man, I think every time I play Hero, I beat him, and then he gives me 100 bits. So I just have to keep playing him and beating him. That's nice. Yeah, I think this was a very reasonable position for black. And this is one of the reasons why I am making an effort to like take openings more seriously, especially in these online like blitz games, even bullet games, because I don't want to be losing too consistently to Crew 64. What's the evaluation here? Is it just equal? Or black's a little bit better? Black's a bit better. Knight c3. Yeah, black's just better. Like, there's one pawn island. This pawn is more weak than it is strong. The half-open A file is nice for black. Okay. So let's look at this queen d4 move. Has it been played before? Hold up, we got one draw. Wait, I drew Hero? When did I draw him? Oh, we drew in that that dumb endgame where I was completely winning and then I got too careless. That is true. I've already suppressed that from my memory. I apologize for forgetting that. Okay, queen d4. No games? Queen d4 is a novelty. It's been played. Oh, it's been played by No Joke. Shout out to No Joke for like winning. Did No Joke win the only game ever played in this position? Maybe he played queen d4 because he was just out of book and like he was just making something up. And it's not really any preparation. But it's an interesting idea. So I played knight c6. Bishop b5, yeah. Why is... oh, okay. When I hover over the move, it shows the arrow. Bishop d7. Bishop takes e6. So we followed some main line. I think white has to play b4 here. If white doesn't play b4, there's queen a5 check. Or wait, no, then he has b4. Oh, so knight f3 looks reasonable. Because queen a5 check, maybe there's this line b4, queen a3. Oh, queen a6 even. I don't know. b4, b6, take. So maybe b4 is a slight inaccuracy. He should only play b4 when it's necessary. For some reason, I thought b4 was the only move. Maybe he was listening to the stream, heard me say b4 was like expected, and then played it. But knight f3, maybe just stronger. Because it is hard to win back this pawn. If I play knight e4, then he has b4. And maybe it's just a different line. Okay. What happened in the game somehow turned out really good for black. Wait, knight f3 isn't good because of bishop b5. Bishop b5. Bishop b5 looks wrong. But why does it look wrong? Maybe a4. And then if bishop a6, there's b4. This looks scary for black. Whoa, what's going on? Bishop b5. a4. No, this can't be good for black. Okay, let's see what happened in the game. Because take, b4, b6. I was actually already feeling somewhat comfortable here. Like if we go into this endgame and he plays c3. I was just gonna slow play. I was just gonna play like bishop e7. Oh, maybe king d7 instead of castle. And then rook c1. I thought there was some long-term compensation for black. It's 2 open files. But after a3, yeah, this is already looking suspicious. I think he had to take. But then at some point I'll scoop up a3 and then get a similar, maybe somewhat similar situation to what happened in the game. Yeah, let's go back. I want to use Stockfish. I want to see if it comes up with any ideas after queen d4. So knight c6, top move. If it's giving black some advantage, that's a very good sign. Ooh, knight d7. I didn't even consider knight d7. What is knight d7? b4? Or take and then b4? Bishop e7? Wait, what? Okay, a5, c3. Bishop e7. Ah, bishop f6 coming. That's a really interesting idea. Knight d7, allowing bishop e7, bishop f6. That didn't even come to mind. And if white takes, then white will suffer in this line. Queen g3. I assume a take b4. Or bishop a6. Why not a take b4? Oh, there's bishop c7. So bishop a6 first. Black's down 2 pawns. But this is massive compensation. Because all this pressure, light squared bishop is a monster. e5 is a threat. Okay. If we go back. So that's just a good line for black. Knight d7. Good to know. And what if b4 right away? Same thing. Wait, oh, the knight is unpinned. b4 would hang the queen. Okay. Well, that's good to know. And let's see what I did in the game. Was that any good? Bishop d7, take, b4, b6. Yeah, I was expecting this to be maybe just equal, maybe even slightly better for white. But yeah, this line, maybe I was underestimating black's potential here. This position does look good for black. Okay. Oh, so he played the best move. He played a3. And then I took and played a5. And yeah, he just had to take. Okay, well, good game, Hero. Um, that was a quick stream. I'm gonna end it there. Had some interesting games. I think some decent quality chess. Hopefully, people learn something. Uh, and yeah, I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow, like tomorrow around the same time for another stream. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye.